which is actually the dearth of English players playing in the top flight, then clearly that will be a positive. And I think it will also affect managers. Don't forget we've got a dearth of English managers. I think you will find managing in England less attractive in the long term. I think
the long term. You find managing England less attractive in the long term. It's fucking not attractive in the now term, you cunts. It's Griff. I'm back. Things are fucked. I'm here to sort it out. Lonely Dollar Lectures. Hiya, how are we doing? Fucking hell. Do you know what? I've just come back from my mate's house. After watching Wales progress simply to the quarterfinals. And I thought, alright, yeah, time to do a lecture. And I was going to come in, roll a fucking bifter, settle back in. Listen to that shit on the radio just then. I thought, I can't get into this quick enough. Fucking, they're trying to make out now. They were just asking then that this Brexit, fucking Flexit Brexit business, is that going to affect the Euros in 2020? Oh, we don't know. Oh, we think it'll be alright, but is it going to affect players coming to this country to play in the Premier League? Oh, we think players may be a bit reluctant. We got to wait for the economy to the pound. Fuck off, you fucking pricks. Fucking hell, man. Do you know what I mean? I take 6 months off the lectures on doctor's advice, and I feel like I've been rushed. I feel like I've been rushed back in by the utter crap that's going on everywhere I look. Bear with me a second. Unbelievable. Sorry about that. Shut the window. I think the tabloids are outside. Yeah. God, the world's turned into an absolute fucking jungle. You know, not in a racist way now. Don't get me wrong. I may approve of the Leave vote, but that doesn't make me a racist, and that may come as a surprise to 48% of the country. Which is a fucking crying shame. It's if I could transfer what goes on in my head to come out of my mouth the way that it goes on in my head, then I'd have a lot more faith in my own opinions. But when it comes to voicing them, it just all gets a bit jumbled. Do you know what I mean? I think I don't expect you to fucking believe a word I say, because I can't even tell you what I think, because I can't transfer it from thought to an audible frequency that you retards are able to assimilate with your brain into some sort of pattern of sort of information exchange. Which makes me a bit reluctant, but you know, you got your Remainers, you got your Leavers, and it was my understanding, right, that we were going to have this referendum, or the F-a fucking random, as I've called it now. Bloody trouble is causing. The F-a referendum. The F-a, sorry, taking me a bit of time because I'm actually just inventing this as we speak. But I'm going to call it the F-a referendum. Effin random. The F-a referendum. Effin referendum. Anyway. God, it's caused a bit of a tiz, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's it's a tricky one, because usually, in my experience anyway, of politics, if you got some sort of a vote going on or a poll or whatever, it's like, okay, can all the cunts vote this? And can all the people who are half tidy vote that? Because that's, it's the way it usually breaks down. But this one, it's been a strange vote, this one. Because this is sort of, a lot of the people who talk the most sense and are these sort of nicest people have actually been, voting on what turned out to be the losing side, and it's actually the wrong way to be voting. The Remain, or the Remainers, as I call them, and the beauty or the pity of it all is, they're doing what they think is right. And, quite nobly in lots of cases. And a lot of the people who have voted to leave the EU are doing it because they're just a bit fucking retarded, and are doing it for all the wrong reasons. But they've actually made the right choice. So it's, it's been a tricky one for your everyday folk to get their head round. Luckily, I'm 17 to 25% more intelligent than your average person. Which makes me about 34% more intelligent than people I deal with. So I can understand how you've had your nappers bent inside out by all this, do you know what I mean? Obviously, anybody who did vote Remain, medals are in the post, because, obviously you've proved you're not racist, which is your main motivation for this. My mate I was talking to just now made a very interesting point. Before the vote, people who were voting to remain in the EU were sort of saying about people who were voting to leave, you're just fucking voting about immigration. This is about more than immigration, you're just voting on immigration. Which is obviously true. And now that the Remainers have lost, they just want to focus on the immigration angle now of why they've lost. And it's like, it's not just about immigration. As I say, it's a tricky one, this, because I've had to go behind enemy lines here, and, side with people like fucking Boris and Farage. Because they're right. What they say is right, but nobody will come out and tell you what this, this referendum is all about. Can't read the popular belief. On the ballot, as far as I'm aware, I didn't actually turn up to vote. I didn't register, I'm not a paedophile. And I'm not in assembly, so I don't feel I should register for anything outside of those circumstances. So I never actually went to the toll booth, or the poll booth. I was hoping to work there, actually. My mate said to me about 2 days before, he said, my missus' friend, maybe we'll get you a day's work at the polling fucking station, doing whatever you do there, counting, I expect, or meeting and greeting. Things I've done in both Narcotics Anonymous meetings and Amazon. I've done meeting and greeting at the NA, and I've done counting in the zone, so it'd have been great at that. 160 quid for the day's work, it would have been fucking 7:30, 6 in the morning till 10 at night. But that fell through, which was put a fucking dampener on the effing referendum for me from the off, to be honest with you. So when people were suicidal about the result, I understand they felt, but I felt like that before it started. But but what's my point? I didn't go to the poll booth, but it's my understanding that on the form it didn't say, do you hate fucking brown, black, yellow, foreign people? If so, tick here. Or underneath, or don't you? And do you just realise that everybody's equal, man, and everybody's the same, man, and everything's beautiful, man. Tick here. You know, I've been branded a racist, you know, it's been doubly upsetting because it's been by white people. I gotta point out, as a joke, it's a really clever joke, which a lot of you REM anus crew may not get. See, you're able to joke outside of Caucasia. It's okay. It's okay. Anybody with a brain will get it. I went to my local shop the day of the Brexit. When was it? Thursday. So it should have been Friday morning after the results were announced. And my local shop's run by a Sri Lankan chap. Don't know his name because I can't pronounce it. But he's a lovely bloke, funny, nice to my daughter. Gives her free sweets sometimes and all that. Tidy guy. Went down there on Friday night it was, yeah, and he was working. And he don't usually work in the nights. And I said to him, are you still here? And he said, yeah, until 9 or 10 o'clock. And I said, no, I don't mean here. I mean here, you know, because of Brexit. And he just laughed as if, oh, Griff, you fucking mad, didn't he? But, you know, we could enjoy a little joke on the theme of racism, you know, without me being racist and without him being a victim and without anything getting uppity. And do you know what I mean? I'd rather go by I'd rather take advice off David Icke and David Cameron. And I'm not reluctant. I don't really know where to start with this business. I don't know. You know, I want to explain it in such a way that justify it. Anyway, fuck all that shit because it's been so boring. The Euros is on. Wales have just knocked out fucking England B. So we go marching on. My bifter's ready. Boris is running the country, so that's good. You know, I was thinking about sorting out a vigil. See, I keep coming back to this business. I was thinking about organising a vigil in town because there's been about 200 vigils, I think, in the last week. Orlando Gloom and Joey Cox, Muhammad Ali, Kimbo Slice. A lot of vigils going on. So I was going to organise a vigil in town for, let's call it a vigil for people who voted Leave who aren't racist. Do you know what I mean? You know, I don't understand politics. I just know arms on a day-to-day fucking basis. And I think I know the difference between right and wrong. And, you know, we're only as strong as our weakest link and all that business. I believe in that from a humanity point of view. Do you know what I mean? You know, if 9 people have got 100 quid and one person's got fucking 3 quid, if the 9 people chip in a tenner, yeah, he'll have 93 and they'll all have 97, so he'll be alright, but they can still feel slightly superior. You know, albeit only 4 quid's worth. But yeah, so they can retain the air of superiority over somebody who had nothing and had to be bailed out by these fucking glory hunters. But I've always felt like I'm a sort of person, if I had £100 and everybody else did apart from one bloke, I'd happily, well, we got to give him 9, is that? Yeah, I'd happily give him, 6. Oh, wait there, 9, he'd have 90. How much did he have? We got a tenner. No, we got 100. Did he have nothing? 9. 90. No, he had 3, was it, or something? We give him 9. Will he have 93? He'll have more than us. Have I done this wrong? I may have to rewind this. Let me just do the maths again. We've all got 100, 9 of us. So we're going to give him a tenner each. He's going to have 90. And then we'll have 90. So you'll have the same as us, and we won't be superior. 9. Oh no, if we give him 9, we'll have 91. Yeah, there was 10 of us. Another one, there was 9 of us. We had 100. There was one of us who had nothing. So we all give him 9, he had 90, we had 91. Yeah, we didn't feel as superior as my first scenario. But probably felt more superior actually, because that one didn't work. You would have had more. But then again, if one bloke can get 9 blokes to all give him 10% of their money, he is probably superior. Maybe he should have enough to take over control of the group. But anyway, I can never say that word. I've always considered myself, even though I have no sort of real understanding or knowledge of politics beyond the reality of it, i.e. fucking life. But I've always considered myself, left wing. Do you know what I mean? My mum was a coal miner and went through all sorts of shit with the strikes and all that. And my stepfather used to work in steelworks and got laid off. And I'm thick as fuck, do you know what I mean? And I've, not got much of an education, even though I'm probably a sort of type 3 diabetic, type 2 genius. But I've never sort of, I've always, if I'm honest, just between you and me, I've always dumbed myself down, do you know what I mean? Just to fit in, with my people, working class hero and all that. I've had to pretend I'm thick in certain situations, turn off the charm in others, just so my working class brothers and sisters will accept me as one of their own. Somebody said to me in Panland School once, stop using all these big words. And people used to get me to say this is true, fuck. People used to get me to say, people come up to me, 3 or 4 boys say, come up and get me to say sentences, and I'd have to say sentences which were like, because I come from like some sort of supposedly posh part of town, SA1, or SA2, sorry, up the old fucking Calais area, and ended up in SA6 or whatever it is, SA5, in Panland School and Portmead Educational College. And yeah, people come in school and boys would come to me and like, say, go on, say a sentence. And I'd have to say a sentence with like what were deemed in Panland School with these particular characters to be big words. Things like particular. Do you know what I mean? Words like that. Particular. And, I can't think of a better example, actually. That's the first one that sprung off my head and may or may not have been involved, but stuff like that, That's what passes as a big word in Penland School in 86. So sort of, intellectually bullied, I suppose you could call it. Because ideally I wouldn't have wanted to have been making up random sentences for psychos to make them laugh, because there were words in it that had 3, sometimes 4 syllables. A lot of these words weren't generally used around the mead of an evening. But, where was the help for me? For that sort of bullying, Where was my social justice? But, I was left to fend for myself, Peculiar business. Those sorts of words, peculiar, that would have gone down great. Portmead. Do you hear him then? Oh, he just said peculiar. Do you know what I mean? It's outside of your world, it's a different world. That's why I'm the people's champion, see? Because I just feel equally ill at ease with retards and royalty. Probably says a lot more for them or about them than it does about me. Their lack of flexibility, social flexibility. Now, I learned at quite a young age that if you're a bit of a twat, right, as I consider myself, if you're a bit of a twat and you try to be something that you're not to get by trying to be something that you're not, if you are a twat, you just end up just acting like just a slightly bigger twat. Do you know what I mean? So I sort of realised, you may as well just be the twat that you are, and whatever comes with that, you can't regret nothing. Bear with me. Yeah, but I've missed you lot. Missed you guys. And I haven't turned my back on you. I got the feeling like I didn't deserve you anymore, I felt like the last I went through a spell of 2 or 3 lectures where, round about sort of the shit bluster era, I thought, this is beautiful, this is just beautiful, I'd removed my ego from the equation briefly, which it's not easy, if you think it is, then you fucking obviously, it's just your ego. But over a few lectures, I thought, I don't like to do these things and have to think about it, if you're conscious of it and think, what shall I say, and is that alright, or should I say that? And it's tricky with these lectures. If I could sort of block certain people on this planet from ever being able to hear it, regardless of how I do it, excuse me, I'd probably find it a lot easier, because I could just think, I could say anything, because X, Y, and Z are never going to fucking hear it, do you know what I mean? But because you don't know what's going to get back to fucking where, just by the nature of, I don't know. So when I got past that point of speaking from my heart, speaking from my soul, because, everything I ever say to myself is, I do it via my head, and even if it's coming from my heart or my soul, before it gets to me, it's got to go to my brain, be transferred into some sort of decipherable sort of sequence, and then I've got to try and, get it from my brain into my mind without thinking about it. And my point being, when it's nice, and when it's not, and and I started it became like a chore to do lectures, because I think, I had a lot of hate for myself at the time. A lot of hate for myself, so very self-critical, so I'd be analysing myself as I was speaking. That's more to the point, it's not about what other people think. I'd be analysing myself as I was speaking, and, try doing, a sort of lecture type scenario, whilst you're analysing everything you say as you say it. There's no fun in that, fella. There's no fun in that. Just gonna take a quick break.
It sure is, Danny. A really good performance here by Anthony Joshua, stopping dominant Brazil in the 7th round.
Well, that's our 7th round. Everybody said the 3rd. Joshua Cwmbwrla. He's your new glory boy, is he? I like Tyson Fury. I don't know much about boxing, but he's funny to listen to. You know, even though he got a grilling for not being politically correct before. Like this EU thing, they don't like people not voting the way they want because they don't see it as being politically correct. You know, yeah, maybe that's what it is. The EU vote became a fucking exercise in political correctness, which made me naturally sort of lean towards leave. And then I had to justify reasons for it. Then I found out the Illuminati are running the whole fucking world. Then I found out the Illuminati are more than happy for 28 European nations all to join together. Once we do, then they can just fucking run the 28 of us as one. Link up with their American networks, the Australasian networks, Asian networks. They can fucking destroy Russia, fucking fuck the Middle East up in order to be able to filter people across here, to create chaos, to fulfill their agenda of panic on the streets of Europe, in order to strip us all of our human rights, to protect us. And, you know, and a vote to stay in the EU, which they expected to go through easily. That's why they put clowns like Farage and Boris in charge of the other campaigns. They thought, well, they'll fuck it up. And it's blown up in their faces a bit. And, you know, and obviously there's a lot of people who like run crochet clubs and cross-stitch clubs who get a lot of EU funding. There's a lot of, you know, artistic people get EU funding, and you know, they're really concerned about, you know, about their funding and all that. And but there's a bigger picture. Yeah. Like somebody said to me, "What are you voting, Griff?" I said, "I'm not going to vote." Why? Because you got to register, and I'm having a good fucking run without paying council tax and TV license at the moment. Looking at about fucking not far off 30 years now. Do you know what I mean? I've never paid any this is a fictional podcast, but I've never paid any council tax, water rates, TV license, court fines. And, you know, people who I got personal debts to will tell you how hard it is to get fucking tenner off me when I fucking asked to borrow for 24 hours, do you know what I mean? So you send me a letter saying, oh, if you don't pay, you're not having any more water. I'm like, fuck, go on then. Still coming out of the tap, you cunt. Do you know what I mean? So I don't pay any of that shit, so I sacrifice my vote in order to keep a bit of distance between myself and these fucking retards. That's the main reason I don't vote. Also in general elections, you know, I wouldn't... It's different with the effing referendum, do you know what I mean? Because it's something sort of tangible, you can think, all right, maybe this actually does make a difference. Maybe that's why everybody's gone so retarded now, but I saw people saying, oh my God, you know, the next day, I was with a friend of mine, a female, the day after, you know, having a coffee and a chat, she's literally crying, do you know what I mean, about referendum-related sort of perceptions about the future. And, you know, they've really whipped this up into, ooh, you know what, they voted to leave the EU, oh my God, it's like somebody's died, basically. People out there are acting like not somebody's died, people on the Remain side are acting like somebody's been killed by the Leave side, and they're going through the sort of grieving process and they're just trapped in the angry bit. Do you know what I mean? Angry. A lot of denial about truth. I'd love to go deeper into it, but it's just fucking boring now. You know, as I said on Facebook, I believe, probably was, since we voted to leave the EU, it's now 83% easier to wind people up. Just a quick lecture for the comeback. Wales are on the way to the final. Thanks for all the people asking me to do it again. Thanks to people who haven't, because I know you've been thinking it. I know all the haters, whether you love me or hate me, it's not my fucking business. And this is what you lot need to remember about me. Because I think you're a cunt, but it don't mean it's so. Thanks for listening, I'll see you in about 18 to 24 days. Shabba.